Hello, my name is Jennifer, and this is my attempt at the 10K build challenge that was created by Thomas TV. I am building a small 2-bedroom house because the family I've created for this house and put on the property so that I have 10K and I can't go over is a young family with a toddler. I have a 2-bedroom house because of that, so that the toddler has a bedroom. The toddler's bedroom is at the back and the parents' bedroom's at the front, and the room between is going to be a long, narrow bathroom. I use cheap doors, and here I try and figure out whether I want to change my main living area, which I make an all-in-one, to cut down on the amount of walls. And I also, if you notice, put it on a very small foundation, high enough to get it off the ground, and small enough that we do not need any stairs, which of course cost money. So that's one way of keeping the cost down. And I add some inexpensive windows, and I move the whole house back because I realize it's much too close to the front of the house. Front of the property, I should say, not the house. And here I start doing the kitchen, which is made easier because I have City Living, so I'm able to use the dingy counters and the dingy stove from City Living, which are less expensive than the base game stove and counter and fridge. And I add a couple of bar stools. That will be the parents' eating area. I do not use a high chair, and I do that on purpose because I actually find them to be a bit of a nuisance when you're playing, because the Sims will autonomously put their toddlers in them and then just waste time. And it's not really necessary, because if you put the food out or just hand the toddlers the food, they will just eat anywhere, on the floor, on the couch, whatever, on the bed. So here I'm doing the bathroom. You'll see I put the cheapest futon in the parents' room. And at the beginning here, while I'm doing the bathroom, I was debating whether to use the shower tub combo or to have a shower and a tub separate, or of course you could just have a tub. But I prefer a shower because you can get different moodlets from the shower, like energized from a brisk shower, and inspired from a thoughtful shower, and so on and so on. Now you'll see the lights I put in here are like the kids' ceiling lamp in the living room. Doesn't provide a lot of light, but it gives some light. And I had bulldozed this property, so I had to re-add the mailbox. And at this point, I've decided just to give them an outdoor bin, and that's it. But later on, I realized with the potty having to be emptied, it's easier to have a small bin in the house, so I do grab one at a later point. And so the toddler has a bookcase. That will be the bookcase for the family. And I gave the little blocks for the toddler too, and then I get a little TV stand and a little cheap Penguin TV and a computer, the cheapest computer there is, because the mom has the desire to become a writer, so I want to give them a computer. And the dad has joined the athletic career, and so I've given him the punching bag because it's the cheapest piece of athletic equipment. And you'll see there I just decided to cover the porch to give the porch a roof to it. And then I just add some trim, and you can obviously trim and things like that are free in the game. But I do realize by having the overhang, I kind of need to have some columns, which of course adds to the cost, and I can't for some reason put that one column there, so I decide I go for a different style of column. It's the same price, but it also lets me tie into the red in the trim of the house. So let's see, and then I play around a little bit with this front door placement and the light, because I'm not really happy. It takes me a little while to decide, but I decide to give it a break and put siding on the house so I can sort of get that done. And then after I come back, that's when I rearrange and put the window, and then I notice that I can move the door over a little bit. I don't need to have it where I had it. And this window placement, I keep deciding, but I end up leaving it where it is. And this is where I realize that shower tub combo is just very expensive, and it's actually cheaper to buy the cheap tub and the cheap shower separate than to get that shower tub combo. Of course, they have lower hygiene and lower reliability, but it is a 10K build, so you can't really do much about that. And I have tested that tub. You can bathe the toddler. That's why I need a tub, because I have a toddler in the house, and then you can use the potty chair too. They both are fine. I don't actually have move objects on. I just use the Alt key to move things over to give more space. And here I'm using inexpensive paints to add color to the rooms, and I do a splash of color on the back of the master bedroom, different from the other 3 walls, and some inexpensive tile in the bathroom. Now when I come to the floor, I use colored concrete to give it some extra color again, and I just sort of use different colors in the different rooms. I don't actually have the color I really want in the toddler's bedroom, so I end up going with a kind of a white to pick up the, or a very light gray to sort of go with the white gray in the wallpaper. Now I do spend a lot of money on a Wabbit tablet for the toddler instead of getting a toy box and various other things, because I find they can skill up a lot better with that than they can. Well, not better, it's just easier, and they have access to all the skills they need with that, as opposed to a whole bunch of individual things. And I realize I have a bit of extra money, so I give them an easel, because easels are always a good way to make money, especially because the mom, who has the aspiration to be a writer, is also creative, so she would be able to do some painting. And I throw on a back door so they can go out, because with the intent that there would be a garden back there, which they will have to start themselves. I don't bother with any planters or pots, because they can just plant in the ground. They don't need to have that. And I look and debate about a picture in here, and I just don't really like that when it's made big. It doesn't really suit, the colors don't suit, so in the end I pick a little decal from the Spa Day pack, and then I just change the color that kind of matches the other wall. But I don't really have any money for anything else, so I kind of leave it at that. And I decided to move this easel back to the front of the house area. And this is where I just realized I should probably have a bin because of the potty chair. And then I think I'm running pretty low on money. I think I'm actually pretty much out of money at this point. And then when I go and take a look outside, I realize that I forgot to change the color on the roof. And because I have no money left, it won't let me do it, even though it's free. So I get rid of the tree briefly and add some color, because it looks like drywall before, and then I fiddle with the roof because I don't like how that is, so I bring the edge in so that it's not sticking out in the in front of the other part of the roof. And I go with this color. I'm still not really sure whether I like it, but you know, it's the best I can think of at the point. And I try white and I don't like that, so I go back to the red. But perhaps black would have been an option, but it is red. I leave it red, and then I add foundation because that's free. And so I just fill that in all around the house. And I don't know, I do end up moving the windows in the toddler's bedroom because I decide I don't want it on the corner there. So I don't have a window on that side. I put it on both sides to let light in that way. And that's, I'm trying to see, I do add the tree back. And I had a little bit of terrain paint by the trees, and then I do put some rock path at the back of the house, if I remember correct. Oh, right. And I had a checkerboard just to add some contrast, because, you know, it's free. That's the free concrete color. And I do the same thing in the toddler's bedroom, just to give it a little bit of pattern. And here I decide to have the kitchen area have a different color of concrete, and I play around with that quarter tile placement. And this is where I now add the path at the back. And there's the house, the floor plan of the house. You can see it. And then I have a series of like little screenshots of the house from the front. And then this is the living room, zooming around. Very exciting. A little kitty cat. I bought one toy for the toddler that's on that little TV stand. And you can see how dingy and grungy everything is. Dingy and grungy. And there was the toddler's room, there's the bathroom, there's a little potty. And you can twirls around and you can see how there is the shower. And we have a quick view of the parents' bedroom, which has 3 windows in it. Quite a lot for such a small room. Here we have a few short clips and photos of our young family settling into their new house and using the things that we put in there for them. I hope you enjoyed my take on the 10K Build Challenge by Thomas TV. I tagged Kristal Sims to try it herself. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!